Speculation that Meghan and Harry will be let loose from their Netflix contract is rife. They have already been called grifters by people in high places, and now their desperate attempt at releasing a polo series and a cooking series seems to have gone down the pan, and we're not referring to the frying pan. But remember, Harry and Meghan need Netflix like a donut needs dough. And rather like a donut, they are in dire need of dough. So what are they willing to do to keep their deal alive? Let's get to the crunch. Now is your moment to smash the subscribe button like you would smash Meghan's little Victoria sponge into a smug face. That sounded far more violent out loud than it did in my head. Moving on. Grifters they may be, but on top of being grifters, Meghan Markle is also a swindler. And as we have come to learn, she will do whatever is necessary to survive in this dog-eat-dog world. She slithered her way into Hollywood, into some Hallmark films, onto some yachts allegedly, and finally she managed to snake her way to the very core of the British royal family before slowly tearing the entire family apart by carefully manipulating their weakest member, little Prince Harry. When she decided that the royal family was too mean for her, she cut and run, leaving a trail of drama in her wake. This brief summary is all relevant because Netflix capitalized on Meghan's need for attention, planning to milk the cow dry. Yet to the creators at Netflix, horror! That cow dried up significantly faster than anyone could have anticipated. In fact, the only thing that cow produced of any substance was the largely criticized and rather sour Harry and Meghan mini docu-series. I really ran with that cow metaphor, didn't I? To the point. Netflix knows what will work with regards to Harry and Meghan, and that is reality TV. People want to see Harry and Meghan's real lives. They want to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is why so many people tuned in to watch their docuseries and were subsequently faced with significant disappointment when they realized what they were actually watching was a couple of delusional people harping on about their traumatic time as members of the royal family in a heavily overproduced docuseries. So the question is, how will Meghan and Harry get their Netflix deal renewed now? Nothing the desperate couple have done so far has worked. But I believe that Netflix wanted things to turn out like this because the looming threat of Meghan and Harry becoming impoverished will push Meghan towards the thing that she does best, the one thing that Meghan excels at, and that is creating cheap and dirty drama. Netflix doesn't want a new series about how to make jam and eat cake with your famous friends. They want another glimpse of Meghan and Harry pretending to be victims, but with the authenticity of them exposing themselves as complete blonkers. Netflix wants the drama of Duke and Duchess life with all of the arguing and fighting and squabbling of any normal couple, particularly their couple, which they never allow us to see. We want to see through the smoke and mirrors. We want to see their real mansion rather than another film studio or borrowed garden. We want to see the real Harry and Meghan, including their flaws, their drab personalities, and their exorbitant lifestyles, in which they most likely blast through energy so carelessly that it would make the carbon footprint of any town in England look pitiful. We want the truth, and I believe that when Meghan's new series bombs due to every scene once again being overproduced fakery, Netflix will give the couple an ultimatum. Reality TV or poverty. If Meghan and Harry do not want to commit to a reality TV series, Netflix will pull the plug, leaving the Duke and Duchess scrambling for pennies. And there is no better move than to threaten Meghan with the loss of her biggest contract, and with that, the loss of her biggest paycheck yet. Meghan hustled her way to the top of the social ladder by marrying Prince Harry, so do not underestimate her ability to hustle a new Netflix deal. She will surely give Netflix they want. A new reality show spinning just enough tea about her life and the British royal family to allow her to bag the next 5-year contract. And if Harry doesn't jump on board, well, he will be thrown overboard with the rest of the family. So brace yourself for 2025 because Meghan is not ready to let this Netflix alliance slip through her fingers just yet. She is hungry for our attention, as she has so shown this week through her endless Instagram stories of the Invictus Games. How far do you think she is willing to go? Somebody said she is an empty vessel with no compassion for an elderly father. So how can she feel compassion for anyone else? I would not watch anything she is involved with. So Netflix, please stop trying to force her down our throats. They are forcing her. They know how much many of us are hooked on her idiocracy and how relatable it is to people who have been in relationships with toxic people, because she is the epitome of a toxic person and we're seeing it unraveling. And we're learning how to deal with it in a diplomatic manner through the medium of Prince William and Catherine, the Prince and Princess of Wales, and the King of England and the late Queen Elizabeth. We're watching how they have all dealt with someone extremely toxic, and we're learning what we're supposed to do. When they go low, you go high. They've all taken the high road. They've never sat with Oprah and divulged their verbal diarrhea in front of the entire world. No, they've kept their mouths shut and they've taken the high road and they've continued to do the wonderful work that they do, unlike Meghan Markle. Someone else said, not her house, not her ideas, not her friends. Most unauthentic show ever. Netflix should be ashamed to be even linked to it in any way. I see where you are coming from. Netflix, I think I've had a hand in certain elements, but I obviously think Meghan is a very strong-headed person, and so she always has the final say, which is why a lot of their shows have flopped. And Netflix are experts in making incredible shows. We know they can tell a story about a pea rolling down a hill and make it into the most epic drama. Yet, for some reason, with every Meghan and Harry show so far, it has been somewhat of a flop. And so I think they are gently preparing them for giving us some authenticity and some genuine drama. Someone else said, Meghan needs to call her show Meghan Loves Meghan. That's a brilliant idea and quite apt actually for what it is. It's a show about, apparently everyone's saying it is really a show about how Meghan is the best friend that anyone could ever be, and she is a wonderful cook and she's an excellent host, and that just doesn't really seem realistic according to what we've heard or what we've seen, evidently. So yeah, Meghan Loves Meghan would be a more appropriate name. Someone else said, I think Netflix is waiting for the breakup of H&M and how they can have access to the fallout that will occur. And I certainly do agree with you there. I think if they keep Meghan on the hook, Harry, I think if there were to be a divorce, I think he would take a similar route to the royals and take the high road and probably not say very much if he's no longer under the Meghan spell. Yet she will be free to do whatever she wants. And I do think Netflix will be there with their open arms and a shoulder to cry on and a show to showcase her crying to everyone. The body language experts are placing their bets on that divorce being imminent. So hit like if you think Meghan will throw pretty much anyone under the bus if she gets a paycheck, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss a future episode. See you down in the comments.